Streamlabs, because StreamYard I went over my limit again, the free monthly 20-hour limit. Uh, so I put it on 480 because I'm not sure my 4G is quick enough to make it smooth, so it can do 30 FPS, but it's not high definition now, so I'll just have to see how it comes out. But I'm just, this is my second day. I just parked after a delivery and just chilling until the next call. I would like it to be fairly consistent, and hopefully it will do that. This company, I guess, I think it's on the newer side. Hopefully they're still going to grow a little and get better for the location, but you choose your schedule every week, the shifts, and this one that's what I put in a few days back, that I'm available for this, because this was what there was available in Albany, Oregon, or I can easily do Salem because I'm right in the middle in Jefferson, so I can do Salem if I want, but right now I'm just doing Albany South, just getting used to it, and it's okay. Here's their symbols with their ovals and circles. You see this everywhere. All has some kind of meaning to somebody. But nothing going on right at the moment. But just chilling. Just trying to get used to this. I don't know. I hope it works out for me. I think I've said it before. I'm not going to make like a killing on this. I'm never going to make as much money as I did in the last job that I worked at. With this, I just hope that it's enough to pay the bills, and maybe it's just a little extra. That's all I'm asking for. But I don't have a car. This is a Tacoma X Runner, so it's not going to be the ideal thing for mileage. I still have my old Mustang, my 2002 GT Mustang, zinc yellow, that I've had for a little over 7 years, and I've been wanting to sell it. So I think I can sell it. Now, there's a Mustang pulling up right here, newer one. If I sell that, I could probably find like a cheap 4-cylinder Hyundai or something, and try to get closer to that 30 mile per gallon, which would help a lot. I think it would help a lot. So it wouldn't be quite double the mileage, but if I were to get 30 compared to this truck, but it would still be a big savings, not wasting on gas. Tires are cheap on those little tiny cars, small wheels, tires are cheap. Changing oil's cheap. They do okay on gas, so that would help a lot. I wouldn't feel as bad if it wasn't quite as busy one day. I wouldn't lose as much, in gas. So I don't know. That's my plan. I'm according to the Father's will, whatever happens. But I have a little bit of that, and I don't do too much more with planning. Just that I'm going to try to sell the Mustang, which I just haven't wanted to do. I just don't like it, that process. See if I could get something out of it and actually pay off like a used Hyundai or something that's a little newer. They're going around like 3,000 or so, and I think I could get that out of my Mustang. Should be able to. And then I'll just have a car right away that gets better mileage, easier to drive, smaller, easier to drive around and stuff, and I wouldn't care about it too much, scratches and whatever. not that I care super much about this truck, but it's you know, it's my personal. This is my truck, so I care about it a little bit more than like if I got some used Hyundai, but I don't have to worry about if somebody hits me. I wouldn't really, it wouldn't be a too. I mean, it would be the inconvenience is going to still be a bummer, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't care like too much because I would get it just for the purpose of this job. But I don't know. Just trying this out, see how it goes with the truck. So I'm not, I'm obviously going to take a hit with the gas a little bit compared to something like that, a four-cylinder car. But this has to work out in the first place, and just hopefully steady enough, like I said, to have some kind of consistent income, even if it's not much. And, what happens in the future? No idea, no clue. I've never been given that, Oh, I'm 16, 17, 18. I got a whole future and life planned ahead and all the details. And it seems like a lot of people get that figured out. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And it still isn't. Just day by day, that's all. Maybe some thoughts, like I just mentioned. That's like the biggest plans I have right now. I have nothing else planned. Just maybe sell the Mustang and buy a cheap car if this works. If this works out in the future sometime. That's my plans now. My somewhat of a plan. But at the very least, I'll get some kind of experience with this. So if this one doesn't work out, I can maybe get on to like one of the more popular driving gigs or whatever. This one's not as big or popular, I don't think. So, like for example, DoorDash, they rejected me, I guess, because of they didn't say, oh, we can't say, but because of my driving record. So I'm just happy that these people even let me on. But to be honest, I have no violations or speeding anything, and it's just been 3 years right now, 3 years. And I just had tickets come off, so my insurance dropped, and I switched to commercial insurance. I was paying a year ago or a year and a half ago, it started at like 2 years ago, like 210 or 20 a month, which was crazy. And then it dropped to like 190. And then more recently, it's in the 160s. And now I switched over to commercial, and tickets dropped, and it's been 3 years. And I just renewed it, canceled my personal. It's going to be $43 a month. So that's a big help. It went from 160 something, 65, my most previous, to $43. Kind of shocked me a little bit. And the timing couldn't be better, because whatever I can save somewhere else, I want to be busy, but in case some days it's not, I'm not going to take as big as of a hit monthly if I don't have like a good week or like a busy week with this job. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of savings, a little over $100 a month just for the insurance dropping. And 2 other companies didn't accept me. I couldn't get on to just do delivery, whatever, which they do it a little bit different, I think. So this one, you you get told, oh, look at what we have here. I can't zoom in. Okay, little blondie. Yeah, I'm sure if I had some random guys in here, that's all they would be talking about for the next 10 minutes or 15. Look at her. What about her, man? What about it? Leave her alone. You know, if you, this is how it works. The more you're addicted to something or not putting any effort to get rid of it, you know, or doing something to satisfy, you're just going to need more and more. You're just going to need more and more, you know. So when people make excuses like, oh, a guy's got to have what he's got to get, you know, for anything, not just like women, not anything in my, like, you know, I have my needs. You do know, right, that if you actually were able to be given power by our Creator to control yourself, and you actually start doing that, that those needs actually diminish significantly, you know, significantly. And this is assuming that this happens for a while, you know, that's not going to go away like in 1 week for the average person. You know, hey, I've been a good boy with women for 1 week, you know, that's not long enough. It's not enough testing. Not that, like, in general, temptations disappear. There's no scripture that says that. They just disappear. But they go down to where you can overcome them. You know, and that's the promise. So people aren't believing in that promise. They'll go down to a controllable level. So you have to resist it, but it won't be as hard to resist as before. So the people that, you know, the average person, unbeliever, is just going to say, I have my needs, and that's the end of that. So, Beamer. And then it's worse, and it stays up there. It stays bad. It stays bad. But when you start resisting, it actually gets better. And you don't, you know, you're not tempted for whatever temptation nearly as much. My experience is what I believe the scriptures teach. But yeah, you will be tested, sent maybe waves of this or that, you know, and you have to at least, he does have to get you to fight it. You can't sit back like spiritually and do nothing, you know. You do have to do something still. He's going to do it in you, work in you, but you still have to like suffer, you know. It's just don't drive it anymore. Over 2 years now. Work, there was a story. Guy, you know, at my last job, older, production, when he was by him or fixing the machine or something, he told the story. I called him and it would just be skank this, skank that, just one of those things, you know. The guys, he moved to, I recorded guys. This was like a while, years ago. And I didn't just find another one and have it, you know, 2 years. Have that as my text tone. So, it's a skank. Without our Creator, they end up being a skank. So, which I suppose just kind of means like, I don't know, like loose. You know, it's known to just be, you know, which is like, you know, overcoming skank stuff. I thought I would, you know, I don't like. Yesterday was deep at time. I waited and then it picked up pretty good till the end. But I can't complain right now. It's enough to get me by for a little bit picks up or at it, do a little bit just paying off the bills. So yeah, I could be doing something in this job at $30 or high 20s at least, because the thing is up into the 30s, like 35 an hour. Need a limited electrician certificate or whatever. So that kind of limits us to like 30 bucks an hour. You know, it's not going to be anything like that. Nothing like that now. And this is where he's put me in my life, because I just didn't have it in me to do that again. And it's a normal schedule. It scared me. It took me away from, you know, if I always command and say, "Hey, to keep your commandment," want us to. And how am I going to, if I can't keep every week because of how, because it's not based on this calendar. The best research, the best, you know, ask Saturday or Sunday. So there's plenty of Friday, and then you can, in my own mind, I know, I don't know. There's nothing to say too much. They're not going to agree that you should. Saturday, Saturn's Day, and that's based on this calendar, the beast calendar. I know it's not. In my heart, in my mind, in my spirit, I tried everything for it not to be that. It's possible that it will, you know, if it were to prove that, you know, it is the Sabbath weekly, you know. We'll continue sometime later. I gotta go. So, peace.